Rigmarole, where the wild things flow. Rigmarole, the voice of the fight. Dolph and James are shining the light.
Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Rigmarole with Dolph and James. I'm Dolph.
Yeah, he is.
I am, dude.
I'm James.
That is James right there.
Hey, he did the pointing thing. He did it.
I did.
He did. He pointed at me.
I pointed and shit.
I'm happy.
So, we have a guest today.
Do we?
We do.
We do.
Oh, we got Joe.
We do got Joe.
We got Joe.
Yeah.
I got James. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I'm James.
James.
Yeah, me. Yeah. Me. Yeah.
Stop it. I be Dolph.
No. And I be Joe.
Yeah. So, what's going on?
I don't know what is going on.
Not a whole lot,
Well, that's good, I guess.
I suppose.
Well, I mean, sometimes that's better than a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean,
Sometimes a lot of stuff going on is bad.
yeah.
A lot of stuff's bad.
Not always. Sometimes a lot of stuff's good,
Yeah. Can be.
but not that often.
Not that often. Well, buddy, I haven't seen you in, 2 weeks?
About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been
Anything new before we get into this?
New stuff.
Not a whole lot.
New stuff?
I guess not. Not really.
Okay. I actually went to a family reunion today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Found out some cool stuff.
At the reunion of your family?
Yes.
Why were they
Twas
apart?
a family
Yeah.
reunion.
So yeah, me and my brother, Joe, right over here, everybody.
Hello.
We found out at the family reunion we had this big book, like a big family book,
Giant book.
and in that book was like a castle that used to be ours, like not ours,
We
but our
are
family's.
of Knight blood.
Yes,
We hail from knights.
we do. So from now on, this is Rigmarole Podcast with Sir Dolph and James.
Oh,
And
okay.
guest
That's right.
Sir Joe.
What kind of knights? Is it the Knights of Nick?
No, like I don't know.
You going around with the coconuts?
I hate you.
It's fantastic.
But no, nothing to do with you.
Not really.
Okay.
His car's breaking down. Don't
Yeah,
let it
that
lie
too.
to you.
But yeah, well, we don't even talk about my car.
Oh, see,
Well,
now
his
you don't
car
want to talk about
difficulties.
stuff.
Huh?
What?
Oh, his car's breaking down too.
Oh,
My car's broke down.
You know what he drives?
what's he drive?
A minivan.
Don't even.
It really does.
It's a tiny van, James.
It's a little van.
That van compared to the one I saw.
Yeah.
That's a huge van.
The big van.
You've
minivan.
never seen a van as many as the van
It's a
that I've
minivan.
talked about.
Do you mean there were several vans in the same area?
No.
Like they were together? There was many vans? Or?
There was a lot of them.
A lot of vans.
No, this was just like a super small van.
Like a little bitty minivan.
It was
Yes,
Fantastic.
It was a
like a
minivan.
miniature van.
A miniature van.
Yes.
All right, guys. So yeah, let's get into it. I guess there was some stories told last couple episodes, and I want to hear some of yours.
Oh man.
I do.
Oh no.
I do.
Oh, you want to hear it from my perspective?
From your perspective, the ones that I wasn't there for, but
Oh,
yeah,
Like what?
I don't know.
I don't know either. James, we had a lot of times.
Yes, we did.
We had us.
Remember when you damn near put me through your back door of the car?
No.
No. Me and you had went on like a double date with our women's to go see Scooby-Doo.
What women's?
Huh?
What women's?
This was back in the day. You had the big land barge thing.
Brandy?
I believe so.
It would have had to have been.
Yeah.
Who were you dating?
Katie. We did this. Now see if this rings a bell.
Okay.
We got ready to leave after the movie. We're in the parking lot. I went to get in the car, and you started driving away.
I remember. I do. That was
And
fantastic.
then I got up to the car door, and you start driving away.
I slammed on the brakes.
You kept doing that, and yeah, I got the
was
door.
beautiful.
I got the door open, and I went to jump in the car, and he slammed on the
He
brakes.
got clothesline. I
And
forgot
I
about
just
that.
like, whoa, into the back door, and yeah, went down.
That is fucking funny.
It was fantastic.
No,
dude.
that's fucking.
It
that
was
is-
so awful.
That is fucking
I'm sorry
great.
about that, James.
No, you're not.
No, it was fantastic.
Dear Lord.
I mean, if you guys could have seen from my perspective, Dolph just sliding in the rear view screaming.
Hey,
I was in
How
the
dare
passenger
you.
seat. I saw it.
how dare you?
It was fantastic.
I already brought that
he,
up.
yeah, he discussed it. We don't have to bring this back up again.
Oh
They
my
know.
God, but it's so funny.
I saw it. It was amazing.
Oh man.
Did you
also-
seen the tire smoking?
I also told him about when you were dragging me around at JJ by my legs on the ice in your car.
Didn't we get stopped by the police?
Yeah.
He told us to quit.
Yeah, and we're like, what law says we can't do that?
And we were very like, no.
They were laughing about it. They were like, no, you can't do that. And we're like, why not?
Didn't we just wait till they left and do it again?
I think so.
I think it went down.
fantastic.
I think it went down like that. I do.
I don't doubt it.
No.
I don't doubt it at all. But yeah. So, I also heard some stories about making shopping carts go flying up into the air.
Oh, dude.
Why didn't you ever do this shit when I was around?
I thought I did. I could have swore it was like a me, you, and Billy Yeager and James Hunter kind of thing, you know, like.
No, the only things that me and you did is you would occasionally, those big orange caution cones, like the big barrel ones,
Yeah.
you would like fucking be driving like 40, 50 miles
Just
an hour
smack
and
'em.
just smack them with your
Yeah.
car and they go boom.
Yeah, they went flying.
Or he'd have one in his
fantastic.
trunk and we'd get it out and we'd use that to yell at people like a megaphone.
No, I remember that.
Or ask them if they have Grey Poupon.
Yeah.
Like, that was fantastic.
Do you remember, it was me and you and another buddy riding around, and there was like that old guy walking around with his dog.
Well, I was like, I want to fuck you.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
Dude.
can I fuck your dog? And the guy went,
just
just
serious.
smiled real big.
Serious as a
smiled.
heart attack.
It was
Like,
it was funny.
yeah, I was like,
That man was like, oh, please, let's do it.
We drove way faster.
He's like, he's tired of me. You remember the homeless guy and
oh God.
the
Oh God.
sun kissed?
I very, very much so remember
It's terrible.
the Sunkiss feller.
So mean. Do you know that story?
I believe so, but you can tell it.
No, because it pains me out
You
to be
brought
such
it up.
a dick.
You brought it up.
Yeah, but if everybody knew about it, I'd just be like, cool,
Well,
no.
They did a dicky thing.
Yeah, well, so me
It
and
was a
Joe
dick. It was a dick move.
Joe was driving, I was riding passenger. I was like 14 at the time, and we were throwing empty cans because we had like a cooler full of cans, and every time we finished one, we'd throw like empty cans at people walking down the street, which was fine.
This was not
Was that fine?
This
That's a fine thing?
That's fine.
That is a fine thing.
Yeah, when you're young.
That's an infomercial.
Now, I don't know what possessed me to do it, but I
I know
grabbed
what
a
possessed him.
I grabbed a full Sunkist out of the cooler, and there was this guy riding
It was
a
not a
bike.
guy. It was a homeless man.
That's a guy.
It was a dude.
Okay, it was a feller,
It was definitely a feller.
and he was riding
Poor
his
fella.
bike, and
Back then you could tell.
honestly, I wasn't trying to hurt him. I just thought it'd be
Definitely
funny
had
to
food stamps.
throw a can at him. But it hit him in the back of the head, and
Oh,
he like,
dude.
yeah, he
Dude.
like boofed off his bike.
Oh man, he was boofed.
It was bad.
That's bad.
And yeah.
Yeah, and had my brother told me that we were just going up and around the corner, I probably wouldn't have done it because we pull up, Joe goes into his buddy's place to do whatever.
Here comes
Next
dude.
thing I know, fucking homeless guy's pulling up on his bike. Get out of the car, motherfucker! And
He
he's
had no
like
teeth.
older, and I'm like 14 and little at the time. I'm like, ah!
He was serious.
And Joe came out and was like, what you doing? He's like, well, that's between me and him. He goes, no, he's a minor. It's between me and you.
My God.
And, yeah, my big brother saved me that day.
I took my shirt off.
You did. God.
Hey,
But don't do that.
I think you
It's
should.
a bad idea.
I think you should define how to make a shopping cart go flying in the air.
Absolutely.
You must.
But this is not. This is not a. Hey, go do this.
Right. This is patented. You better not do it.
He's patented.
It's patented product wear. And if I catch any of y'all's doing it, you send it to me, by God. I'll put it on my channel. It's my stuff. I did it first.
That's right, he did.
But anyway, how do you do it?
Yeah, you have a friend. This is a 2-man job. Okay? You have two people. So you got your buddy in the passenger seat, right? And your buddy holds onto the shopping cart for dear life. This is critical.
Where do you have to be?
Okay. Well, I'm in the driver's seat. You have to be in the passenger seat.
No, I mean, where's the car have to be?
The cart's got to be outside the car.
No, I mean, you got to be in a parking lot.
Well, yeah, of course you don't have to be in a parking lot, but it makes sense. That's where you're going.
Because you're looking for some place.
Yeah, that's where you're going to.
You're looking for some place with speed bumps
and shopping carts.
All the above. Shopping carts. Anyway, you're in Toys R Us parking lot. And
we're specific now.
It was a Toys R Us. It was. It was definitely a Toys R Us.
I remember.
And I remember James remembering going, "Don't hit the fucking glass," and me going, "I think we might hit the glass." And anyway, yeah, James held onto this cart for dear life. And I got up to about 50 miles an hour
In a parking lot.
Oh yeah, it can be done.
And then he said, "Let go!"
I screamed, "Let go of the car, James! I said, let it go." He let it go. Oh
Yeah, it goes flying off, and as soon as it hits a speed bump,
oh, dude, we're talking 30-foot cartwheels.
at least 20,
Dude, I mean, it was 15 feet cartwheels,
probably.
like legit.
Dear Lord.
You've never seen anything like it.
No, I haven't. Which
It
is
was
why
awesome.
I'm upset that I didn't get to
It was so badass.
The closest thing to me seeing anything like it was one time when I hit a deer in my car, and in the rear view mirror, I seen the deer going like this.
Dude, so I don't know if you know this or not, but when we were living in Nab, again, he was driving the LeBaron, the big boat, and we were coming down that hill, like by the creek, and he was doing a guarantee about 100 miles an hour.
Ooh,
The deer. A deer just came out in the road and just went, you know what deers do? Just, huh?
Oh, it was instant.
And dude, in that freaking LeBaron at 100 miles an hour, the deer exploded.
It definitely did.
It went boom.
There was nothing left, dude. Bones and fur.
We found a foot in his engine block.
Like, no bullshit.
There was like
It was in the
chunks of
carburetor.
meat and stuff like in the radiator, like cooking.
Oh, dude.
It was nasty shit.
Then the car started.
Yeah, it was funny because like it made it home and then just stopped.
It was like, yeah, I'm not doing this no more.
Yeah, it's like I'm revoking your privilege to drive me.
What about the Honda?
Which one?
The little Honda Accord Dad had, the 5-speed.
Is that the one you flipped?
Wait, I flipped a car?
Yeah, you flipped a car into a ditch. I thought.
Oh,
that was a big land.
That was my New Yorker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
What'd you do to the Honda?
Yeah, what? Hold up, you don't remember the Honda? It caught fire, the one Dad got for free?
Oh yeah, all the wires like yeah, I remember that.
You were with me that
I remember
day.
that. Yeah, we were in Charlestown.
In the projects.
Yeah, on Clark.
Yeah.
I remember that.
By the
Our
old
Ridge.
No, it was Clark. By the
Was it
yellow.
Clark?
You know the old yellow house James and them was.
Yeah.
But right by there.
Yep.
And
I remember.
yeah, but remember when we were doing like 100?
Yeah. Oh. I remember your what was it? The Supra. No?
Celica?
Celica.
The little,
That's what it was.
little silver car?
Yeah.
Do you remember
The RX-7?
Oh God.
going down
That's what I was
160?
talking about was the RX-7.
Yeah.
Going down 160 in the RX-7, you going
Yeah.
really, really fast and scaring the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Till I finally talked you into coming home because we went out far enough, and you said okay.
Yeah.
And then you turned off into a driveway, and then just all of a sudden you did like the Super Troopers thing and said, "You know, like Mexico," and started doing donuts in these people's front yard. And then the person across the street was like, "Hey, motherfucker, we're going to start yelling." And he's just like, "Whoa!" and going in donuts, and then went back and scared the hell out
That
of me.
is fucking wonderful. It's a different time, people. Different time.
It was a different place.
Yeah.
I mean, that didn't happen.
It was in Mexico. Mexico.
Do you remember the night I was 15? Billy Yeager was over, and I
Yes.
asked you to cut my hair just a little short.
Yes.
And you decided that you were going to shave my head. Because you were like, let me just shave it. I'm like, no, I don't want to shave it. And you're like, oh, fine, I'll cut it.
Shave hair.
And then he was cutting my hair, and then I heard him laughing. That. I heard that, and then I heard, brrr. He's like, oh, dude, I went a little deep. I'm going to have to, I got to shave it
I
and
gotta
fix
get
it.
rid of it, you know.
And I'm like, you're an asshole. And he was shaving my head, and then the razor went, brrr, and he got half my eyebrow. And I was freaking out. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you? He goes, I can fix it. Let me even it out. And he shaved the other one completely off. He's like, well, I got to fix it. You can't just have one half an eyebrow. So I'm skin bald, no eyebrows. And then he decided,
It's great.
he decided, hey, let's all go out. So like we left Nab and went down to Clarksville.
Oh God,
And
so
went to-
far away.
Went to McDonald's, and you ended up telling us, my brother's hair fell out, and y'all microwaving your food and shit. But no, I remember that night vividly because on the way home, we got pulled over 3 different times.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. For the same thing.
For nothing.
Yeah. No reason at all. Just,
What was it even for?
I don't know. I think you had a taillight out or a
License plate
blinker
light or
out.
something?
Something stupid.
And then the sun came up.
Yeah, and that last cop was a dick. Because he was writing on the registration. You're like, please don't write on my registration. He'd be like, it belongs to the state of Indiana.
Yeah.
It's not your registration.
Yeah.
Crazy shit. And then we went mailbox kicking.
I went with y'all a couple times during that.
Yeah, you did.
I remember, yeah, that one time he had you to get out with a bat to hit that one, and as soon as you got out, we just started driving
Yeah.
away, and you were in going, ah!
And you think I would know, I would learn, but no, I never did.
It was like that was also the day of like throwing all the M80s into all the cows and stuff and
Oh,
trying to
God.
start stampedes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
We were assholes.
Yeah.
Paintball guns, cop cars.
Do you remember our extreme game of Mercy?
God, yeah. Had to tell my mom I got jumped by Mexicans. It was serious.
We
We
did
were
it.
living in Charleston, weren't we?
Yeah.
I remember you coming home all fucked up, and is that what that was from?
Yeah.
It was me and him playing Mercy,
Oh,
and when
dude.
we couldn't make each other, give up, we started headbutting and kneeing and doing
it was-
everything we
It was
could.
brutal.
It was bad. We were headbutts to the face, just all kinds of stuff.
It was, yeah.
Who won?
We were
We
drinking.
stopped.
Oh, just smart.
The house started to fall. You know? The lamps
that,
were
but-
broken. People were mad.
Well, I remember it was funny because we'd been drinking a lot.
A lot.
We ended up just stopping, and I remember there was like this pair of brass knuckles that was there, and he got that and went, "This probably isn't that bad." And hit himself in the forehead, and he was like, "Oh."
Yeah,
And then you could
Yeah, they-
watch it just open up and just the blood start to come
Yeah,
down.
breast nuts suck,
It
dude.
sucked major balls. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm good.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah, no, none of
but we had already just beat the shit out of each other for.
Dude, we had Popeye knots all over us.
It was bad.
Big, giant fucking knots, like,
I have no doubt. I remember you
we
being
used to
fucked up.
We used to do that a lot. I mean, it wouldn't.
It was a Dwayne thing.
What was it, Michael's?
It was either or.
Yeah.
It was a Rocketwood thing.
Yeah, it was a Rocketwood
If
thing.
we
That's
was
the
in
best way to put
Rocketwood,
it.
that it was a Rocketwood
Somebody's
thing.
getting fucked up.
So
Repeatedly.
in Charlestown, it was like video games, partying, bonfires, shit like
Oh,
that.
not
But
that
in
we didn't-
Rocketwood,
not that-
it was just violence.
Not that there wasn't violence in Charlestown, because there was plenty of that.
Yeah,
Up in Rocketwood, yes,
It was getting
someone was
jumped.
bleeding.
Yeah, by Mexicans.
Well, I know there was violence.
Were
in
you there
Charleston.
for
That's
the
when y'all were doing all this
for the
fire and
BB
stuff.
gun wars and stuff we would have?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember? Were you there? Were you there for the one where Johnny was there
Where he got shot in the finger?
in the neck and everything?
Oh yeah, but who got shot in the finger that night?
I don't
They
remember.
went under their nail.
Oh yeah.
That's awful.
No,
Yeah.
we had this.
It was Dwayne, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I think it was Dwayne.
We had these BB gun wars, or we would have teams, but what we would have it was that. What?
You didn't hear that?
Oh, I hit the microphone.
Don't
It went
do that.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
it did.
Anyway, we'd have that. We have different teams, and then if you got shot from somebody on the other team, then you were automatically on the other team, and it would go like that until everybody was on one side. And we got to the point where I think we just had it was all of us against Dwayne, and he was over there, and Johnny had tried to sneak over there. He was gonna try to flank him, and Dwayne saw him, and he tackled him, and came out with the gun up against Johnny. He was like, I got him. I'll fucking do it. I'll do it.
God.
And we were sitting there, and it was like, what do we do? And then literally we had
Did y'all shoot Johnny?
We had a speed moment. Yeah, it was shoot the hostage. And so, a lot of people had the pistols, but we had one rifle. And I had the rifle, and it was just like, okay. And I shot Johnny. And Johnny was like, oh, what the hell? And Dwayne let go of him. And then as soon as he let go of him, he was just like, no. And then he shot Johnny. And then he was like, okay, now Johnny's on my side. And then we shoot Johnny again. And then we just back and forth with Johnny. And yeah, it was funny.
That's fantastic.
Everybody was so mean to him.
Johnny,
Hey, regardless of who was over there in that situation, that would have happened.
Damn, dude.
Johnny was getting shot. It was bound to happen.
I don't think it would have been if it was anyone else.
I think it would have.
I don't think it would have.
Yeah, you didn't spend a lot of time up at Dwayne's. I'm telling you. You can ask him.
No.
That would have been anybody. In that position, anybody would have been shot repeatedly.
Yeah, I mean, they would have, but even still, it was fantastic that it was Johnny.
Man.
Johnny.
Fucking Johnny.
Good
Gotta
God.
love Johnny.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
Johnny's a trip, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wonder like how much of like his shit is everybody else's fault.
You know?
You know, he's doing really good now, and regardless of any of that,
That could be my fault.
I would like to think that us being mean to him back then helped everything.
And we transformed him.
Yeah, because I mean, did you know Johnny at all before that?
I did.
Before he started hanging out with us?
I did.
So okay, so you knew old Johnny.
I knew old Johnny.
We transformed him completely.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, what was wrong with his just natural metamorphosis? Like, maybe it was coming.
It wasn't. Let's just be honest.
Okay.
This is the thing. It wasn't coming. For anybody who doesn't know, I'll explain Johnny real quick, okay?
Oh, shit.
Johnny, you know how, like, schools work almost in social structures, you know what I mean? There are different tiers of people. There's, like, you know, the preppy people up at the very top, and it keeps on going down, and then there's the grungy people, and then there's just, like, the poor sweatpants people, and then below that, there's Johnny.
Johnny was dollar store.
Hey, am I not? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being straight up.
Johnny was the ghetto. He was the poster child of the ghetto.
So yeah, and the thing was, like, people were so mean to him. They were picking on him constantly, beating him up in school, just doing all this stuff. And he, you know, it was horrible. It really was. Even if you didn't like the guy, you felt bad seeing it happen.
Yeah.
And I stood up for him a couple times and made sure people quit doing all that damn in school. And that was the mistake. Because the second you do that, then all of a sudden he's coming up and going, "Hey James, how you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, you're trying to take me down."
You got 50 cents.
It's like, you know, this is a 10-rung ladder, and I'm on rung like 3, and it took me years to get on rung 3, and you're trying to pull me off the bitch.
Oh shit!
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like, oh god. And then I remember us all being like outside the house playing hacky, doing our normal stuff back then, and all of a sudden here he comes walking up the road, and he's like, "So that's where you live?" And it was like, "Son of a bitch!" And then he just refused to go away.
So we
And
just put him through the ringer.
eventually it was like, "Look, man, if you're gonna hang out with us, we're not saying you can't, but if you are going to, you are gonna toughen up. You're gonna quit being a little bitch. If we say something to you, if we make fun of you, you're gonna say it back. If we hit you, you're gonna hit back. You're gonna get some self-respect. It's just gonna happen."
That's fair.
And then we were shitty to him for like a year.
Brutal,
and it probably took about 4 months before he started doing anything back.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter who was there, what was going on. If there's somebody new, Johnny was fighting him. He was fighting him. We were going to find out what was going on. Remember the Bub and Johnny fight?
Yep.
Into the bushes?
Yep.
Johnny finally got him. He was like, yes.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, but we just kept doing that. You know, we got him some new clothes, got him a haircut. You know, basically gave him a little makeover.
Yeah. So like he was hanging out with Joe a lot too, and I remember Joe would bring him over to our grandparents' house, and my grandma fell in love with Johnny. But in a way, I want to help this kid. I want to So my grandma,
That's all we did. We wanted to help him.
yeah, so my grandma, without me, without Joe, just took Johnny to the store on a little shopping spree. She got him a couple outfits, some shoes, and it was funny because like whenever she got back to the house, because she told me about it, she told Joe, she told our mom and dad. They got back to the house. Johnny got out of the car, farted, then got out of the car, took his stuff and left. And she's like, the boy didn't say thank you, and I can get over that. But he fucking farted before he got out of my car, and it was awful.
That's
Like,
fantastic.
that's Johnny.
Go, Johnny.
Go Johnny. It's fantastic.
Wow.
No, he's a good guy though.
Yeah.
But
Johnny's the
like
best.
I said, it took months for him to start doing, giving it back.
Giving it.
But once he did, he was fine. He got that self-respect. He started having some confidence in himself, and everything went
remember-
better from there.
The first time Johnny said, "You're gonna take this," yuck.
Good Lord, I hope you never said that.
In so many words.
In so many
In
words.
so many.
We just had to get him to the point where you'd make fun of him, and he would say more than "shut up," look down, and eventually he'd start giving it back.
Oh yeah. He would fucking start whooping people.
Yeah, and once you start punching on him, and he start punching back, and he's got like that. I don't know what you want to call it, but the.
He's got that just keep right there. Yeah, that's the spot.
I mean, what?
Strength.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you're wanting to say.
He
Don't say
he
it.
comes out of nowhere. Comes out of nowhere.
Yes. The strength that some people without the
Strength just
100% functioning bits.
God, you're trying so hard.
Yeah.
handicapable.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I think that should be okay.
It's okay.
Should be
It's quite capable.
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 It's just capable.
Oh!
God.
Oh!
But no.
But he had that kind of strength.
Yeah, no. I mean, you're not wrong. Okay. Well, this is a good time.
A good time?
It's a good time.
The best time.
It's,
best.
It's a good time.
What's it a good time for?
Let me see that real quick.
Stuffs.
What is that? What is this? This is.
Come on now.
Come on, Terry. All right. This is These Nuts that we are not sponsored by.
Not sponsored.
We are not sponsored by These Nuts.
We're not.
We are not. Oh, wow. They're fresh.
Yeah,
They're not open yet.
they're not.
May I crack them open?
Yeah.
As I'm cracking them open.
Oh, look at that freshness.
Nuts. There you
I'm full at the moment, but
These nuts.
go. These nuts are good.
He said it.
that's right.
All right. So, I got a mouthful of nuts. Somebody else talk for a minute.
Nasty bastard.
So, did you know how much your brother enjoys having nuts in his mouth?
I do now. I do now. Yeah,
Do you
I'd have
think
never-
that would be something you would have known before now? Or did he
You know
just
that-
keep it in the closet for a long time?
that song, you know the song, that's something to be proud of.
Uh-huh.
I don't like it.
Fair enough.
That's funny.
I thought so.
You can turn your head on.
Not that one.
So,
And not like the whole Woody Harrelson thing,
No,
Cowboy
no,
Way.
no.
Not like that.
so we have a game that we play.
Oh, God.
What?
Go ahead.
We have a game that we play where we'll think of a movie, and then we got to give the person 3 scenes or quotes from that movie, and they got to try to figure it out within those 3. We played it Pretty recently.
Like, what, 3 or 4 days ago?
Yeah, over the phone.
Yep, you won.
I did. I'm the champion.
Currently.
Currently. Have you seen any new movies lately?
No.
Me neither.
No.
We're rusty.
Well, we hadn't did it in a long time.
We hadn't did it in a long time.
They did it.
We did not do it.
Don't let them lie. They did it.
We didn't do it.
They thought about doing it repeatedly.
Well, think it's not the same thing as doing.
That's true.
Tell that to yourself.
That did.
Keep it on high terms.
Well, anyway, what about
I'll do
it? What about it?
I don't know. I was actually
Doing it.
thinking about doing it.
Oh, you're thinking about doing it?
Thinking about
A
doing
lot.
Oh.
James was just thinking about doing it.
You know, every time you set something on the table,
I heard it.
That's like the vibration from the booms that are attached to the table.
it. Yeah.
It goes boom, nuts.
It didn't say nuts.
It might have.
I think you're just thinking nuts.
I think it thought nuts.
You think it thought nuts?
I think we all thought nuts, so it said boom nuts. Boom nuts.
Fair enough.
Anyway, you said you were thinking about doing it.
So I was thinking about doing it. Not that I was gonna do it.
He did it.
I thought we were going to talk about the other things.
These nuts.
I thought we were gonna do that next episode.
Which one?
Wait, what are we talking about?
I was talking about we had talked about going over some conspiracies.
Yeah, I
Right,
thought we
what
were
are we
gonna do
talking
that
about?
next episode. Or do you want to do it now?
Well,
I
we
like
could do some now.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'd be interested.
Okay.
Okay, well let's start with some basic ones that like everybody knows of, stuff like that.
All right. So
What do you think of the Bigfoot?
the Bigfoot.
The Bigfoot.
And Nazis.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. So I do believe in a lot of cryptids and extra dimensional things and whatnot.
Hairy creatures.
I don't believe in Bigfoot.
Do you believe there ever was a Bigfoot type thing?
Yes,
You just
No.
don't believe that there is currently any form of Bigfoot type creature.
I really don't.
Okay.
No.
That's me though.
I concur. I believe that we're all big feet. we are pieces of big feet.
Descendants of the Bigfoot.
We are, and Nazis.
No, we said don't be a
Yeah,
Nazi.
yeah. Our catchphrase at the end of every episode is "Don't be a Nazi."
Don't be a Nazi.
Yeah,
But what if you are a Nazi?
just don't be.
Then don't be.
Okay, so
They say everybody says be the best version of yourself
don't be a
unless
Nazi.
you're a Nazi,
That's right.
because that's
Yeah.
the worst version of yourself.
So like everybody else says, be the best version of you. Like do the best you can. But honestly, as long as you're not a Nazi, you're alright. You're fine.
Oh shit. I feel singled out.
Oh shit!
He's not really a Nazi.
What? Who said that?
Us?
Why would you think I was a Nazi?
No, we're saying
He's
you're not.
he's doing his Joe shit.
Oh,
What?
fuck!
Shit, that's Joe?
He does this.
Joe is a contrarian.
Contrarian.
Did you just assume his gender?
Did you call me an aquarium?
But all right. Well, what about you? What do you think about the Bigfoot?
I mostly believe no,
Okay.
but I'm also one of those people where, people say they need proof of things. I feel the same way, but it works both ways. As far as, you can give me proof of something's existence, and then it's like, hey, there's proof. But I also need proof that something doesn't.
Okay.
And I don't have enough proof that I can completely close the door on it. But I think the likelihood of it is, at least in America, we'll say that. The likelihood of it in America is incredibly low.
I agree.
I think
completely.
there are, not that there aren't some big chunks of, forested land. Because there's still plenty of that, but I don't know. I think it would be almost impossible for something like that to still be hidden at this point.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that we know all the species or everything that is alive currently, because we still find stuff in the ocean all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But the ocean
Every
is
day.
very much, there's still lots of unexplored parts of that, and it's so you know, vast.
The abyss?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
so
deep
it's
abyss.
really easy for stuff to hide there, and for us to find new stuff all the time. But
Mermaids.
I don't know about all that.
Nah, I believe in mermaids.
Oh, well,
I think
there's
it's
something.
possible.
I mean, it's possible, but I find that one unlikely.
It's
But it's
plausible.
Well, okay, so
But it's possible.
I don't think they are like what they've been depicted as, and like you know, like the Little Mermaid and things like that. Like I don't think it's.
You don't think it's like some hot redhead with, like, you know, clamshell boob?
No, I think
I definitely
think they're-
do.
I think they're more.
I would. That'd be cool.
I think they're more.
Definitely is.
I don't want to say gruesome, but definitely more monstrous than humanoid.
Ah.
I do.
Oh.
But no, I do believe like a lot of the old stories that you know people would tell at sea and stuff. And be
You don't
like,
believe that it was just like a bunch of, like, sailors that were on
Nazis.
boats for long periods of time and then decided to start humping manatees?
I really don't. I don't think that.
What would they have said to the manatees?
Did you come here often?
He said, hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Don't take that. Yeah. All right, so
It's
yeah.
like, hey, baby. I'm, like, pretty tall.
I
noticed you're
noticed you have
tall.
braces.
I have braces, too.
Good lord. All right, so Bigfoots and mermaids.
What about
Little
what
people.
about Nessie?
I don't believe in Loch Ness Monster at all.
I am a lot more of a believer in Nessie than I am of Bigfoot.
Really?
Yes.
I just feel like kind of like what you said, like with something that big and with how many people have gone there to explore and search,
That's what she said.
and they can't find anything, and like the Loch Ness Monster sightings are very, very few.
That's true.
Very few.
That's true.
I don't believe it. Yeah.
You don't believe it?
Nope.
I just think that was a lot more possible than the Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I'm not, by no
Mermaids.
means am I saying it is.
I mean, it's
It
more
is.
possible because, again, you know, big bodies of water, you know, things can hide, you know, because there's tunnels and stuff.
What about
Yeah,
the
I mean,
giant
it's
squids?
Yeah, that's where I was going to go with it.
Yeah. You say giant squid?
Yeah. What about
Yeah,
the giant
I
squids?
100% believe that.
Well, I mean, that's
They've-
documented now.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
found several.
Mermaids.
I've seen videos of giant squid. I've seen those.
That's the thing now.
What do we need to find?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
I don't know.
What do we need to find?
We need to
gold.
find
We need gold.
We do need gold.
Atlantis.
Oh,
We need to find Atlantis.
we were.
That was one of the talking points.
Yeah.
Hey,
I have stuff.
stuffs.
I do. I have stuff.
Yes,
All right,
stuffs.
well, let's-
Because I was going to talk about that.
Stuffages.
Yes.
I didn't know if I was going to talk about it yet, but
Well, let's. I mean, we're getting into it.
Stuffages.
We're getting into all the stuff.
Okie dokie.
Stuffages.
Yeah.
let me look through my
What you got there?
Stuffage.
research materials that I got.
Researches.
Let me
materials.
see your research material. What is happening? I'm looking at the monitor and Terry's having a field day.
Damn it, Jerry.
Well, talk while I figure
Terry.
this out.
Terry, stop it.
All right. Well, he's doing research, and now is probably a good time to let you guys know that we, again, are not sponsored by D's Nuts.
These nuts.
But we would very much like to be.
These nuts.
Give us money,
For nuts.
and D's Nuts.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I can talk.
Well, let's do it.
I can hope that I can do this correctly.
We'll do it.
Okay. Mr. Joe, being that you're the one that brought it up, I'll start with talking to you about it.
let's talk.
Shit.
As far as you know, you say Atlantis. What do you know about Atlantis?
Well, I know that it was a mystery school for people who was philosophizing about the astrologists.
Okay. That about the extent? Just, it was a big city, and then
I think Da Vinci went there.
I think that was before that time.
Probably.
But either way,
I like to think it was Da Vinci.
the basics, basically, right? Just big city, and then underwater, and now it's gone.
Extraterrestrials. They're talking to us from the sea right now.
Apparently.
Ahoy them.
Whoa. Where are you going? Oh.
It's a secret.
Let's not do that.
It's cool.
Yeah, that works.
That's a whole lot better.
Either way. Okay.
Sorry.
I don't know where I should start with this.
Start at the beginning.
It's your.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know where I should start.
Go in.
Go in?
Go in raw dog.
Raw dog it.
Okay.
Did someone say something?
I didn't think that was going to get picked up.
What the hell just happened?
Excuse me.
You shit it.
Did you fart?
You
Yeah.
shit it all
You didn't
over
hear
us.
it?
No.
I did.
Okay.
It came through the boom.
Well, anyway, I thought we was talking. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Now, Atlantis.
Atlantis.
Yes, now a lot of people would again assume that this was like some island that was in the middle of the ocean, and then all of a sudden, it's gone.
Around it's gone.
It's gone.
It got swallowed up.
Well,
by the sea.
yes. That is not what I believe.
What you believes?
I believe that I know where it is.
I believe you might
Currently.
be onto something. You might just be. Well, who's to say I don't know right where it's at?
Well, I mean, he's got some stuff.
I do.
Let's see your stuff.
I believe that Atlantis is actually in northern Africa. I believe it's in Mauritania, actually.
Mauritania.
Yes. It is now, most of the time, referred to as the Rishat structure or the Eye of the Sahara.
I know this. I know this. I've seen this. It looks like a conch shell. Yeah.
It looks like that.
Like an oyster.
Now, this is the thing. If you go back,
Way back.
okay, most of the early, what was that? I heard a sound.
We're dingaging.
We're good.
Anyway, most of the early accounts of Atlantis from way back then, they came from Plato.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, most of those accounts were detailed in two of Plato's works, which were the Critias and the Timaeus. Okay, those were the two things.
Gotcha.
Now, the way that it was always described per Plato says, there were alternate zones of sea and land, larger and smaller, encircling one another. There were 2 of land and 3 of water, which were turned as if with a lathe, each having its circumference equidistant. Apparently that's a word.
Equidistant?
Every way from the center. I believe that means equidistant.
Yeah.
Symmetry.
But either way, I'm trying to remember all my stuff because I took some notes, but I didn't take as many as I probably needed to.
You're good, man. You're good.
But either way, also with the descriptions, they always said that there was this mountain range that's right to the north of it. And in that area where I'm talking about with the structure, there is, like, I believe they're called like the Atlas Mountains, which are what Atlantis is actually named after, which is the god Atlas. And those mountains are right above there. Now, the other thing is you go, well, why is, how could this be, on land if it's supposed to be out in the water? But this is the thing. If you look at the Rishat structure, which you can look it up on Google Earth and zoom it in and look at it, there are a bunch of white spots along the edge of it and stuff like that, which under analysis, they've proven that that is like sea salt, from seawater. So there used to be seawater there.
Yeah.
Not just that, but anywhere, and I think it was like a 50-mile radius of that place, most of the places, if you dig down to make a well,
You find water.
yeah, but you find fresh water. You have to go down, like, I think it's like below 200 feet to actually find fresh water, because every bit of water you find above that,
It's sea salt.
it is still seawater. Plus, where is it? I had more stuff.
I actually seen this on Mud Fossil University.
Really?
Yeah, he was talking about taking bits and pieces from that area, and he was talking about the giants.
Now, also above this, all around this, yeah, I know they're not seeing this, but you can see like these arrows and the way they're going here.
Yeah,
If you follow that the entire way, which goes through the structure all the way out to the ocean, they get these very like wavy looking lines, which they said you only get left over from massive amounts of water that go through there.
gotcha.
And there are traces of salt throughout that entire area.
That's amazing.
So,
It's Atlantis.
not just that, but if you go on to there's a website, I believe it's like called a flood map or something like that.com, and you can adjust all that type of stuff. If you take up that area right around there, it straight up puts everything underwater
Oh my goodness.
except for
That one spot.
that one spot, which it leaves it there.
Oh wow, that's crazy shit.
Now, this is the other thing. This is the last bit, which I thought this was really, really cool. Okay. Now, it says, the circular island of Atlantis, the diameter, according to Plato, was about 127 stadia, which was like their thing of measuring.
Gotcha.
One stadia is about 607 feet. Okay? So, if you time 607 feet by 127, that comes out with 77,089 feet. If you convert that over, that turns into 23.49 kilometers.
Okay.
If you actually measure
So
the
you're
rock structure,
You're doing the math.
if you actually, then we get 23.5.
Oh shit.
It's almost exactly the right
Oh wow,
size and circumference. And again, if you add water to it, that is what it looks like.
that's
it?
wild shit.
Which is, again, exactly the way that Plato describes it, as far as there's land in the middle, then there's two circles of land and a whole lot of water around it.
You know, there's some other stuff that goes with that too. Is it supposedly goes with the stars. Like supposedly whenever Jesus was being born, the constellation was pregnant, right? And that actually became the womb on Earth. It was mirrored in heaven.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I've not heard that.
Yeah.
Also, really, 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 really old map, which I'll get into here in a minute. This was a map that was made by. Hold on, where'd that guy's name go? Is it Herodotus? I believe,
Herodotus.
which we'll get into later. I'm going to bring him back up.
Okay. So apparently we're going to be talking about Herodotus this episode.
Yes, but this was an old map from then. Which he was a Greek. It was one of the very first Greek historians. He was one of the people who very first started recording history, and he would actually travel around the world when he would hear something, so he could prove if something was fake or not, and then he would come back and actually document that.
Philosopher.
Old map from the time that he had made way back then, which is, this is Africa, that's that section again, and
Atlantis.
it actually says that for that section.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's super cool. That's super cool.
That's really cool. Yeah.
So again, no actual proof, but I am firmly convinced that's what it is.
Yeah, I would say so.
You need to make a case, James.
There's other people. It's not like I came up with this. I've been following this for a while.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people talking about it,
That's a
and then
good case.
a bunch of people talking about it, and a whole bunch of scientists that just go, no, it's not right.
Those
No.
motherfuckers.
I mean, I don't understand, like, with all of that, like, how any kind of scientist can be like, absolutely not.
Well, the same thing with the Younger Dryas period, all that stuff they did. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're trying to discredit all that when in reality it's all very true.
Yeah.
You know, every bit of it. It's all factual when you go back and look at the sedimentary.
So I'm going to say some stuff real quick, now that we're on the subject of conspiracies and whatnot. I'm going to say some stuff before I get into it, the thing that I want to say is because, you know, I don't want, like, people watching this episode and like, oh, we got to get him a tinfoil hat and whatnot. Because I don't necessarily believe it, okay?
Aren't you supposed to have that turned towards you more?
No, it's just perfect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just checking.
Just argue.
So I'm not saying that I believe this theory, but I have seen a lot of things about it that make me go, it's possible. But I'm talking about, it's really controversial, but I'm talking about the flat earth thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh.
So, yeah, I know you guys know, oh. But no, there's a lot of, I'm not going to say convincing, but there's a lot of solid things.
The rocket going up into the air.
I mean, there's that.
Have you guys seen that one where it looks like it hits water?
Yeah.
And, you know, the rocket just falls apart. It's like it's in water.
Yeah. And like, and I just want to like bring up like one of the big things is Antarctica. So obviously, like the United Nations, like we've got this big group that, you know, we get together, we make treaties and all that. Most of those treaties have been broken over the years. The one that is never broken, ever, is the treaty about Antarctica. Like, who can go there?
Right.
When can they go there? What do you need to be certified in to get to go there? All of these things. And like, you know, part of the flat earth stuff was that, you know, forget the name of the guy, but he was a pilot and he...
Bird?
Was it Bird?
Yeah,
But
he was a Navy guy.
He had flew over Antarctica. He was supposed to fly completely over it. Be one of the first people to do it, if not the first. And he said that he had found a cave that he was able to fly through. And like when he flew into this cave, it was like lush green and like, you know, a complete,
Like into the earth.
yeah, like in, you know, like a whole new civilization of people and technology and all this and all that. And about Antarctica is like, you know, they believe like the flat earthers, you know, they believe that it's just a big surrounding ice wall.
Yeah.
And then beyond
Right.
that ice wall is more land. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Do your research. I'm not saying that.
Like there's not really an edge there.
Yeah.
Like it just carries on.
So basically, and there's like maps you can look
It's
at.
like Game of Thrones.
But here's the ice wall, and inside the ice wall is like all the continents that you currently know about.
Right.
But beyond the ice wall are other continents and other lands.
That we know nothing about.
Right. And it's interesting.
It definitely is.
Now, like, again, I'm not saying that I believe in the flat Earth theory, but it's a very interesting and intriguing thing to dive into. Do you know much about it?
Some.
So,
Not a whole lot. I'll admit that. Not a whole lot.
do you think it's impossible?
What?
That we live on a flat Earth?
I don't. No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm with you guys on that one 100%. I have no clue.
I mean, that's the thing. I can sit here and I can be like, I don't believe it.
The firmament.
I'm not a rocket scientist. I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
And
All
that's
I
where
know
I'm
is
at with
that Mr. Elon keeps on, sending rockets up and, sending stuff like that, and he seems to be a very smart individual.
Yeah.
So,
it. I mean, the rockets
gonna
are
go with
doing
him.
something. The rockets are doing
Did you
something.
see where he caught that one the other day? He caught the booster.
Yes.
That is crazy.
Hold on. What?
Dude, Elon Musk is a
They
genius.
shot a rocket up, and normally like the boosters when they're done, they just detach and fall down.
Yeah.
It was coming back down, and then it restarted with the fire and directed right back onto the tower, and the tower caught the booster.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
He's also, like the
It is
only person
crazy.
that has been able to, like, send a rocket up and bring it back down and re-land it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's doing big shit.
Oh yeah, dude. Elon's crazy in a good way, like crazy smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe if he believes that it's a globe, that I should go with Elon probably.
Well, I'm not saying that I don't believe that we live on a globe. I'm just saying.
These nuts.
I'm just saying, like we don't
Globe.
100% know, and it's interesting.
Quite.
I think there's a lot of people that feel that they 100% know on either side of that.
Yeah, and I think I think that's just a dangerous way of thinking. I don't think you should allow yourself to be firmly convinced about anything because...
I think that's the problem with the scientific community in general.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I can bring
is.
up one exact point that I think exemplifies that perfectly.
Let's get into it with...
Geoengineering.
There are...
Dragons?
There's
Later.
definitely
Okay.
dragons.
Later. There is a list of things that they consider to be the scientific constants. And those are things that, as far as science goes, are constant. They never change.
Never changing.
It doesn't matter what new discoveries we find, what
This'll
anything
never
like
change.
that, those are constants. They never change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I can't remember the exact number, unfortunately, but
It's a bunch.
one of those constants is the amount of gravity
Okay.
that we have. Like that exact number.
Right.
And they said that is a constant. That is something that never changes.
Oh.
But in the last, like, I don't remember, it's like 20 years or something,
Magnetism?
they have noticed, like, with the slow tilt of the Earth that we're getting, it has changed that gravitational pull just a little bit.
Yeah, it's because we're magnetic.
But-
We aren't forced by gravity.
Well, I mean, but that's not the point. The point is that has changed. And if it has changed,
It's not a constant.
yes, but as far as science is concerned, that new number
Is a constant.
is now the constant.
That makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
You can't say...
Zero.
You can't say gravity is a constant because it never changes. Oh, it changed.
Now this is the new constant.
But it's not going to change again, so it's a constant still.
Right,
That's ridiculous.
but that's how it is, and that's a scientific constant. And you are not allowed to question a scientific constant, because if you do, you are laughed at, you're made fun of, people won't publish your papers, no change.
That's ridiculous.
But that's how the scientific community works.
That's ridiculous. I don't know. I feel
Well,
like...
just podcasting.
I really feel like Neil deGrasse Tyson does not necessarily follow that mentality.
Nah.
I mean, I've never heard him talk about constants, but I've watched him change his mind about things.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Gaia TV kind of guy.
More of a what?
Gaia TV.
Oh,
What's that?
It's consciousness TV.
Oh,
Yeah.
never heard of it.
It's super cool.
What's it about?
Well,
it's super cool, didn't you hear?
I heard it.
super cool. So, there's a series by Joe Dispenza. It's called Rewired.
I know that guy. I mean, not really, but, you know, I know of that guy.
Yeah, and basically he recatalogs how the body has a conscious experience, and it's just a really neat series. You know, you'd have to watch it. It's the symbiotic relationship between the spirit and the body, basically.
Okay.
How the mind is the interface between the spirit and the body. Basically, we are spiritual beings having a human experience.
That sounds interesting.
It's super cool.
You said it's called Joe Dispenza? Is the guy?
It's called Rewired.
Rewired.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
It's cool.
Sounds cool.
Gaia TV.
Yeah, Gaia.
Dragons.
I don't want to do all mine up front. I just went through my big long one. It's your turn. I mean, well, no, you did
I
that.
just did the flat Earth stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And we talked about Gaia TV.
Gaia.
Yeah.
But I've been waiting for
We are
like a
not
week
sponsored by Gaia TV.
Oh, from when I first brought this up a little
we
bit.
would
to
love
hear
to.
about dragons.
Dragons.
This is going to be a very unpopular thing.
Dragons.
We're not trying to be popular necessarily. Well, a little bit.
I got more. I got stuff.
We're gonna learn about dragons.
Duffs. Dragons.
Do you want to learn about dragons?
I want to learn all about the dragons. I feel like we got big dragons, little dragons, medium dragons.
I did a little tiny bit of research about this because I wanted to know. And I was talking to Vince a couple of days ago on the phone, and we were talking about stuff, and I was like, so yeah, dragons. We were talking about. He was trying to get me to play D&D, and I'm like, dude, I just don't like fantasy. He goes, yeah, but you like vampire. I'm like, it's not fantasy. He goes, it is fantasy. Because, like, all the people that write, like the vampire and werewolf lore are the same people that wrote, like, dragon lore and stuff. And I was like, dragons aren't fantasy. He goes, what do you mean? I was like, dragons are real. And he was like, No, they weren't. I'm like, yes, they were. And we argued for a while. I hadn't done enough research to really argue it, but I had done enough to make a few good points. But he was just like, no,
Dragons.
bullshit, it's not real.
Okay.
So it was fun. It was a good time.
Well, I don't know again, trying to figure out a good jumping off point for this, but I guess the best way to do it really is to start at the end and just say, this is the claim.
Yeah.
This is my claim, and then these are the reasons I believe that.
Let's do it.
So I'll do that.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
My claim, which a lot of people have looked at me weird for, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway.
Claim it, James.
My claim is that dragons not only existed, but almost everything that we know as a dinosaur was actually a dragon.
Huh. That's very interesting.
Like a different species of dragon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like all one big dragon.
Just let me give my stuff, and I think it will be interesting.
Okay.
All right, let's hear it.
Number one, along with all the science stuff that we've talked about, there's a lot of stuff that gets accepted as scientific fact for a long period of time until you figure out a new way to do something. In which case, a lot of the stuff that you look at before ends up being completely wrong. Like, regardless of what you just said a minute ago,
Yeah.
as an example, a long time ago, everybody believed in the whole flat Earth thing. And I know he's bouncing around the cameras like
Never
all
would
willy-nilly.
Stop it, Terry.
He's willy-nilly and
Terry.
But besides the point, pay attention to me.
I'm trying it.
Don't look at the thing.
I'm going to fire
Do
Terry.
not look at the monitor. Bad Terry.
Terry, stop it, Terry.
You do not know his name.
Huh?
Damn it, Terry.
Because he's an imaginary guy.
Doing stuff.
Terry's real.
Terry's
That's the
definitely
next.
real.
That's the next conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory. Terry's
Who's
real.
Terry?
No, seriously, I'm not trying to be serious
No,
with this. I want to pay attention.
Let's.
But like I was saying, a long time ago, it was accepted as scientific fact that the world was flat.
1 second. Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
Please.
Yes.
All right.
So it was accepted that the world was flat. And then amongst, around...
I'm trying.
I can't be serious. I can't be serious if you keep laughing.
I can't help it. I'm seeing it in the corner of my eye. Switch.
Stop it,
Please,
Terry.
please stop.
I did.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Because I can't have a good conversation if I
Dude,
can't focus.
I understand, and I want to have this conversation.
That's why when I was doing the promos for the wrestling, I would make you leave the room. It was like, but I mean, it's that same concept.
It's not my fault.
It's not now, but that is the reason.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I can't focus, and if I can't focus, I can't give a good argument, and it makes me seem even more stupid than I actually am.
You are not stupid.
This is still fantastic. Sorry, James. I quit.
Thank you, dude.
Damn it, Terry.
Fucking Terry.
Fucking Terry. It's Terry's fault. All right.
Okay, so I will say this point again. Like I said, there's a lot of things that are considered a scientific fact, but eventually that will change.
Yeah.
That can change. Like an example, regardless of what you said earlier, a lot of people, almost everybody believed that the world was flat.
Yeah.
Until there was, a lot more, technological advances and stuff where they could pretty much prove that it was a sphere and so forth and so on.
Yeah.
So, I kind of feel that way about a lot of carbon dating stuff. Because there's a lot of stuff that they've done where they, date stuff. And then stuff comes... I'm just not going to fucking do it.
No.
I'm not. I'm not going to fucking talk. We're going to go on to... Come on. We don't care. We're going to something else.
I'm
Good.
sorry, James. I looked over and I saw like my blue shirt for a half second, and then I looked at him and he was going,
Bang! This is so fantastic.
"It's not.
It's messing up the thing. It's throwing off the flow.
It's a regular flow."
All right. Stop, Terry.
How about you just put that down for a minute?
What?
The clicker.
Terry.
Terry, put the clicker down.
So carbonate.
I've always been iffy about that. There's a lot of stuff that they've dated, and then they come back and say, no, that was wrong. And they come back and say, no, that was wrong, and no, that was wrong, so forth and so on. So I've always felt a little bit weird. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going as far as to... I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm really not. If we can't have a serious conversation, we can't keep her laughing. I'm not gonna talk about the shit. Just not doing it. I'm done. We talk about something else. Hey, look. Here's some fucking nuts. They're good. They're yummy. Eat them. We're not sponsored. Fuck those nuts. That's what's going on.
All I did was look over. It was over. See how we looked over.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Shit fart.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna fucking get my wings.
Dolph.
Any other topics?
Joe, you're killing me. It's gone now.
Yeah,
Like
it's gone.
that's I actually do have to edit this episode now to get rid of some stuff.
Why?
Because it's very uncool. And don't get mad at me. I'm trying.
I'm not mad at you. I'm annoyed with the whole situation now.
Yeah.
It's hard to talk about something, especially if it's something I know I'm gonna get shit over from
I
people.
glanced over at him, and I swear this is what he did. Hold on. Just real slow.
I couldn't help it. Shit,
You
Like
can't help it.
I couldn't help it.
That's my problem, though.
I understand. It's not just your problem.
But I'm serious. If it's something that I know for a fact because of having this conversation with people before, I know the kind of shit that I get, and not only am I doing that, but I'm also putting it out here. So whoever's going to watch it is going to go, man, that dumb motherfucker really believes this. But I'm doing it anyway, and I'm willing to do it.
You're not dumb, and I really want to hear it, and I'm not laughing at you at all.
That's not the point.
I know.
Wait, what's the point?
The point is, if I'm trying to explain something seriously, and then the people I'm trying to explain it to are just like busting up laughing and doing stuff.
I can't help it.
I
I'm
know.
so sorry.
I'm so sorry for Dolph, James. God, Dolph.
Bro.
Fucking Terry.
I was going to say, if Terry would just like...
Oh, yeah, wait a
fucking
minute.
Terry.
Wait a minute. There we
If
go.
for the whole time James is doing his speech, if Terry would just leave it on him, put the clicker down,
Terry.
it'd be fine. And as long as Terry wasn't going...
I think Terry quit. I think Terry hung it up.
Okay. Now, James, I really want to hear about this theory. I do.
Do you?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I've been looking forward to it.
Oh, man. Anyway.
That's some bullshit. Hey, that's some bullshit. I'm over here serious as a motherfucking heart attack. That's some bullshit. Bullshit. That I didn't do.
He's already broke now.
This is part of the show now.
He's already broke.
What? You can't break.
You got the fucking clicker again.
I would never do that. What happened?
Oh, my God.
Where?
Oh, shit, man. I am so sorry.
Damn it, Terry.
Man.
Explain, James.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck in this, like, he started talking, and I just, like, it stopped. I know it stopped, but my brain remembered it.
Oh. I'm a shit.
So, we used to animate cartoons, and then, like, the hard part was, like, doing the audio work first. Because what was happening right now used to happen all the time when we tried to make cartoons. Do you remember, like, when it was me, you, Anthony, and Danielle?
Yep.
And this happened.
There's not being around.
Being around.
Yeah, and then you start busting up laughing.
That was fucking, yeah.
Emergency services.
But no. So I do apologize. This podcast episode is not going the way it normally goes. But we
my fault.
have new toys, and they are being played with.
I can't help it.
You know what's funny though? We could
okay.
we could leave something like that as far as like you know, extra clips and shit like that.
Oh fuck yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be bonus footage for this episode for
Bonus.
sure.
You're me having a meltdown with the fucking nuts and everything.
It's a fucking nuts, eat 'em. We're not sponsored.
I'm over here clicking.
I couldn't help it.
You were pissed.
I got mad for a minute.
I know you did, and I'm so sorry, man.
But it was funny. I still had a sense of humor with it.
I was scared.
Now, what I will say is, not necessarily about dragons. I don't know anything about that. But as far as carbonating goes, yes, I am with you. I've seen them like try to carbonate some shit that is just like, no.
Okay, so anyway, yes, I'm going to start over. My claim is I believe that not only were dragons a thing.
Shit.
I'm not going to fucking do it. I've tried. And that wasn't even on him. I'm not blaming.
I'm serious. I'm trying to have a
I'm
serious
not blaming
conversation.
him on
James,
this. I'm blaming you on this.
James,
This is you.
James, carry on.
Shit.
Back in the days.
Well, how can I tell something where I'm trying to be serious, and all of a sudden someone's busting up laughing, especially when it's something I know I'm going to get shit over.
Stop it, Dolph. Wait, who's going to give you shit?
The internet.
Fucking damn internet.
Oh shit, guys.
Internet,
I am
listen
so
to me.
sorry.
Listen to me, internet. Thou shalt not bother my friend James.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, buddy.
Dragons!
Dragons.
That's all it takes.
Yes, it's dragons.
That's all it takes.
Dolph.
You know, I feel like people are not
my
gonna.
heart. My dragon heart.
I don't feel like anybody is gonna give you shit about this. I feel like
You're
I
giving
feel like the
yourself
internet.
shit.
I know.
No, the internet's gonna give me shit for not letting you get to the theory. They're like, we wanted to fucking hear this thing.
Oh, shit.
Like, there's gonna be like a bunch of comments.
Didn't seem to get my joke.
I heard Sean Connery.
What about my dragon heart?
It's a great movie.
I like that
Great
movie.
movie.
It's a fantastic movie.
And they use that music for like everything afterwards.
Yeah.
Same thing
You
with
hear
the
it in
Indiana
trailers
Jones.
on everything.
The scream from Indiana Jones.
The Wilhelm, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's in everything.
Yeah, it's
I mean, that's in
every
Star
fucking
Wars
thing.
and everything.
I didn't know that.
Oh, me and my wife were watching this movie. It was a baseball movie, and it was definitely like a B or C movie.
Uh-huh.
And it was like all heartfelt and stuff. And it was about this slow kid that was playing baseball.
And I'll run home.
And it was funny because
Oh,
like
shit.
he got hit by the ball
Oh, God.
in the leg, and they put the Wilhelm scream there.
Oh,
That's funny.
It was ridiculous.
that's fantastic.
No, you know what was ridiculous? Gary Busey and the chickens.
Oh my god!
Wait, what?
You don't know this?
No.
Yeah, the chickens.
We'll show you afterwards.
Yeah, we'll show you
You
the
have
clip.
to see this afterwards. It's amazing.
Yeah, one of the best Gary Busey roles ever.
Gary Busey and the chicken.
Do you
I love
remember before the accident when he was actually intimidating?
Yeah.
Kind of like Lethal Weapon 1.
Oh yeah. Drop Zone.
Accident?
He had like a motorcycle accident. That's when he got crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like he fucking slammed into, like he got into a motorcycle accident. I think slammed into like a big concrete medium or some shit, like head first.
Oh, shit.
That's
And
what
I,
happened
and
to
I
him,
don't
Jim.
think he was wearing a helmet.
That's what I mean. Yeah, you.
I'm pretty sure, but
Damn.
he's fucked up
Gary
afterwards.
Busey, you should tell us what happened.
He'd be like,
But he
"Yeah,
just told you what happened.
so I was driving on my motorcycle, and all the
Yeah, but
stars
seriously.
started singing to me, and
Did you see
that?
Did you see that show where they make him a judge?
Yes,
It's like
What?
Judge
No.
Judy, but it's
pets.
yeah, but it's like Gary Busey being the judge.
and it's for pets.
It's hilarious
Oh,
and
my
great.
God.
It's like Judge Judy, but Gary Busey.
Judge Busey.
It is.
It was great.
I think it's on Amazon.
I think so. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's
You
a
didn't know
thing.
Gary Busey had a big accident? Did you not know he's
Did you think he just think he got insane for no reason?
I didn't even know he was insane.
Oh, he's fucking nuts, dude.
I had no clue.
Like I said, you go back and watch Lethal Weapon, like the first one, and you see him in that, like Mr.
Yeah.
Jonathan, or was it
Yeah.
Mr. Joshua? Joshua.
Mr. Joshua.
Yeah, and you're like, ooh, you know, and he's a scary guy.
Same with Drop Zone, dude. He was fucking real intimidating.
And then all of a sudden, you're like,
Wait, Drop Zone. Yeah. The parachute movie
Yeah.
with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, and Gary Busey.
Oh, yeah. Totally forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I didn't know he was crazy prior.
No,
he
he
was
was-
crazy after.
yeah, it was crazy post,
Yeah.
Oh.
like the cereal.
Oh.
He went cuckoo for concrete puffs.
Kellogg's, man. Totally Kellogg's.
Totally Kellogg's.
Yeah. But now, yeah, like there's like clips of him on TikTok going to. He was talking to some guy, and the guy was like, let's talk about, and I think he was saying, I don't remember what he was talking about, something political, I think. And Gary Busey just interrupted, was like, let's talk about butter sausage. Let's talk about butter sausage, what it's doing, why it's doing it. I don't like it. Get out of my face. Like, just out of nowhere.
Okay.
And the guy was like, you don't like butter sausage? Is that not your jam? He goes, I like jam. I like honey.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gary Busey's great, dude.
That's fantastic.
I would love to see.
And he's serious.
Yeah, I would love to see like maybe like a 30-minute short film with just Gary Busey and Christopher Walken
Oh, shit.
Oh god.
in a room together, having some sort of any.
Can we
kind of
add Samuel L.
conversation.
Jackson to that?
Oh fuck, dude! Yeah,
Yeah, that's
That would be
fantastic.
fantastic. Yeah, that'd be
and,
great.
and you gotta have one really super serious guy, so like Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones would be good.
Oh, man.
Maybe
Wait.
Keanu Reeves for a second.
No. Robert De Niro.
Yeah, wow.
Robert De Niro.
Eh,
Maybe.
Joe Pesci.
I had you almost convinced he had died the other day.
What is that? Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah, with Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito? Yes, Danny DeVito.
I like Danny DeVito.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. Danny DeVito.
So carbon dating.
Yeah. Like I said, I can't just say carbon dating because I'm gonna have to probably go back to the beginning because so we already get the whole thing right.
Okay.
Because we keep going off topic and then yeah, all the badness.
I think we've talked about enough stuff for it should be out of my system by now.
I would have just wanted dragons.
I'm good.
Son of a bitch.
Solid,
Okay.
man.
Totally
Solid.
good.
Okay.
I'm still good.
I've noticed.
Yeah, I fell apart.
Motherfucking gay
See,
fish.
you're trying.
I just wanted to see if it was gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm good. Totally good.
Glad you like the gay fish.
I do.
Good.
Joe, do you like fish sticks?
No. Gay fish.
That's good. Did you see that one yet? Did you get there?
No, not yet.
I've not seen any of it.
That's excellent though. Can't wait till you get there.
Same.
I know I kind of ruined that episode for you in a sense, but
No, I don't think you did. I don't think you did at all.
it's excellent. So anyway, like I said, my claim, my conspiracy thing, the one that I believe.
It's him.
Shit.
You
I
win.
didn't say shit.
I
said nothing.
But I'm good.
He's not good. Clearly, he's not good.
I noticed.
I'm trying so hard.
He
I
is
wanna
not
hear it, man. I
trying. That
wanna
is
hear
lack
it.
of effort.
I really do have some interesting points on it.
I believe
I
you.
really do.
I
Damn
believe
it,
you, man.
Dolph. No, it's my fault, people. I'm Terry. I just say it.
He is Terry.
I'm Terry. Hey.
Now we got to take that out too.
No, you can be common. I'll be Terry.
All right. So let's put the camera on James.
That yeah.
And then let's put let's put the clicker down.
Click it down.
Click it down. There we go. Son of a bitch. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh. So I believe that, yes, I believe that not only were dragons a real thing, but I believe I can't do it.
I can't either.
Why
Why'd
can't we
you
do
look
this?
at me weird?
Because you were making noises.
I wasn't making no noises.
I heard the noises. I
Oh shit!
He heard the noises, people.
Yeah, well, why can't you let me talk, Joe? See, that's the point. I start saying it, people think it's so ridiculous that I don't get a chance to even fucking talk about it.
That's not
What?
why we're laughing. I'm laughing because he has created this whole thing and you're still doing it. Stop! Can't help it.
It's fantastic.
Joe, in the nicest way possible, buddy. We're supposed to do 2 of these, and I only have a certain amount of time I got to do all this.
Yeah.
Y'all wasting time.
Damn it.
It's always hard. Once he gets on this kind of kick, it's hard to get it to stop.
It is very true.
Stopped.
So dragons.
Yes.
The beginning.
What about them?
I want to know about them.
Everything.
No.
I want to know what you know.
So, like I was saying, I believe that not only that dragons were a real thing, but I believe that everything that we currently know as a dinosaur was actually a dragon.
Like a different species of dragon. Yes.
Makes sense.
Now, the reason I think that is because a couple things. Is number one, I don't trust carbon dating. I just don't.
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
And by saying that, I'm not saying that, you know, a lot of people. Stop it.
Good. Keep going. Keep going.
Who are the people that do like the you know, they like built that big ark over there?
The Vikings?
No, they like over there, like right on the verge of like where like Kentucky and Cincinnati, they built that. There's that big like ark that you can walk through. It's supposed to be like full size.
I have no idea.
I didn't know.
I've not heard of
Bill Nye debated him, the creationist.
No.
This is. Wait a minute. No, I remember hearing something about this. It's been a minute.
No.
The creationist?
I've not heard of this. No.
Okay, well anyway, that's besides the point. We can talk about that in a little bit, but
Okay.
I guess just real quick, the creationists are people that, you know, they're effectively, they're like Christians, but they believe that as far as, you know, that God took every kind of animal onto the ark, you know, 2 of each kind and all that, I mean, Noah and all that type of stuff. Well, they believe that also included dinosaurs and all that other stuff because they said carbon dating's bad, so everything was alive back then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I'm not quite there, but that's not the point. And I'm not trying to say that.
Well, there's some big ass dinosaurs.
I'm not saying. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not.
There were some really
I'm
big-ass dinosaurs.
I'm not going that far. Okay, but I don't really believe in the carbon dating. Number one. Number two. This is the thing. Like, I find it really interesting that different cultures from all around the world, even before they had any kind of contact with each other,
Yeah. Quetzalcoatl.
all have like. Well, I'm just saying, there's all kind of like cave paintings and all this type of stuff.
Serpents, dragons.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you can go down and look at, like, the Mayans, and they had depictions of dragons that were almost the same as the ones from up in the Netherlands, even though they had no connection back
That's
then.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was like that worldwide. Okay, you can go to almost any culture,
Right.
and if you look back far enough, there are depictions of dragons that are very similar to each other, at least.
Yep.
And without, you know, there being something, that just seems strange.
Yeah, it does.
Number one. Okay? I mean, I can understand people, you know, creating some things, you know, but most of those things are stuff that they see. You know, you'd see bears and you see birds and all the and other stuff they draw. They didn't really make up a bunch of shit.
Sure.
So the fact that all these people did that, that's kind of weird, number one.
Yeah, I agree.
Number two. If you look back at like early 1800s and before, if you look back to a lot of like the documented stuff back then, a lot of people did believe in dragons. Mm-hmm. You know, if you look back into an old encyclopedia from like the late 1700s and stuff like that, encyclopedia type stuff. I mean, it straight up said, yes, there were dragons and so forth and so on. It was a common belief.
Right.
And that didn't change until the term dinosaur was invented. And that was invented in 1842.
Darwinism.
No.
No?
No. Now, this comes into my research that I got real quick.
Let's seize it.
Okay. The Not that. Where'd it go? The term dinosaur was coined in 1842. That had to do with when they named that. That came from I believe it was I can't remember if it was the Latin or Greek, but it was the dino part of it effectively meant terrible, and the sora was lizard or reptile. And it was named that way because not because they expected them to be big and mean, but it was big, majestic type thing.
Yeah.
Okay, like terrible / thunder and the lizard reptile. That was what the name was formed from.
Right.
Now, the thing was, there for a while, there was this whole thing. Before you were talking about Darwinism for a minute. Okay.
Yep.
Now, a lot of people rejected that because, along with just the whole thought of evolution, he had also talked about stuff going extinct. Back when that was a thing, the vast majority of the world refused to believe that extinction was possible of anything.
Before extinction.
Well,
Before
they
the
believed
concept had been accepted.
Yes, because the concept couldn't be accepted because everybody was very religious back then, and as far as everybody was concerned, God would not allow one of his creatures to become extinct.
Okay.
So extinction was not accepted amongst anybody.
I can understand that way of thinking back then.
Yeah, so that wasn't accepted amongst anybody. So it wasn't until, they would found a couple bones every now and then. Like every 10, 15 years, someone would pull up a bone.
Yeah.
But the first actual full skeleton that they ever found was, I believe it was around 1838 or something like that. And at that point, they had to figure out, we got this thing.
Was it really that late in the game?
Before they found a full skeleton, yes.
No shit.
Yes. No. Okay. Well, now, when this happened, like I said, and after they got that, they had finally got past all of that stuff as far as, extinction. And by that point, they didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It had to be accepted.
You got to accept the fact that you just found a full skeleton of something that you ain't never seen.
Right. So it got accepted that, that was a thing. But along with all that scientific stuff at the time, they also they were trying to get away from all of anything that could be considered fantastical.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That was
anything outside the creation story.
Yeah, though they tried to deny everything, that was and they tried to deny witches, they tried to deny all that stuff, so dragons also got included into that. So, like I said...
And a cool point is mythological just means extremely ancient.
Yeah.
The term
Yeah.
mythological just means extremely ancient.
Yeah.
Right.
It just means we have no concept of how old it is.
So, like I said, they cut a term for it in 1842, started finding skeletons. That started the Bone Wars.
That's when they started doing the digs all across the world.
Right, but
California and all that.
Right, but see, the Bone Wars specifically. There was a bunch of people, okay, but the main two people that were involved in that, were Charles Marsh and Edward Cope. Okay, these were two professors at different universities
Doing battle.
Well, they started kind of as colleagues in a sense, doing stuff, and then they started trying to outdo each other.
Right.
Because if they could find a skeleton, and if you found one and it was a new one, you got to name it.
Right.
And whatever college you worked for, they got a lot more credit, so they would get more funding.
Gotcha.
So they would start doing this thing back and forth. They were sending out big groups of people over here, to Montana, and then the other one would send them out, and then they started sabotaging each other's digs. They would go over with dynamite and blow up their skeletons.
No shit.
They would try to direct the other people into the lines of the vicious Native Americans that we still had at the time. The ones that would just straight up kill all the white people.
Yeah.
Because we did have those, and they would direct them toward those sections. That way they would get killed.
So it was politics, even back then.
Yeah,
yeah,
it was very
It was
much
promoting violence so that you had a certain, perception
but
on
the
this.
point,
on
but
these
the
people.
point, but the point was, like I said, one person made a term for the skeleton they found.
Yeah.
which again, before that, everybody had accepted that there were dragons. All of a sudden, he makes a scientific classification for a skeleton he finds,
Now it's
calls
that.
it this, and then from that point on, all these colleges just started doing this massive run out, try to find as many of them and name as many of them as possible
right.
to get the notoriety up.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it was.
No.
Exactly what it was.
This is the couple things I have besides that make me believe that. Earlier, when we were talking about Atlantis, I brought up that Herodotus guy. Like I said, he was like one of the very first historians.
Right.
If it says anything, on this article about him, let's see. Herodotus was the first writer to perform systematic investigation of historical events. He was been described as the father of history.
Very cool.
Okay,
So it's like Thoth.
so people kind of, but people believed this guy. Okay, no, don't get me wrong. There were a few people that would say that some of the stuff he put in there was fantastical and stuff like that. But those were very few people. The vast majority of other people, he had the respect and the clout of everybody that if he went and he investigated something and he came back and said it,
They was
It was deemed fact.
yes,
Okay.
okay. In one of his works, he had went over to Egypt, and he has accounts of these very, very. He said they were, I want to say, 2 to 3 feet long. Flying lizards from back then. 2 to 3 feet long flying lizards that would mostly inhabit these spice trees that they had back then. So every time that the slaves and stuff that they had back then and anybody else would go to harvest the spice from these trees, it was like a frankincense and stuff like that they were harvesting. And every time they went to go do that, they would have to come up with these big, like smoking, like hanging lantern looking things, because they would have to smoke out these little lizards so that people could harvest the spice from the trees.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, we don't have flying lizards.
No, we don't.
Okay, so I mean, I understand that's small, but we don't have flying lizards.
No.
Okay, that's just straight up what I think. If I hear flying lizard,
Dragon.
I automatically think dragon. Okay, so that's one report from way back then.
That's interesting.
And besides all that, I only have one other thing, and this one is, I'll admit, this is somewhat of a. It is by no means proof, but it's something that I find incredibly interesting.
Okay.
I got two things a little bit. Number one, when you hear somebody describe something in history, a lot of times if it's something that is somewhat fantastical, exaggerations are given.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Okay.
just
So when you
something that
think about dragons, one of the things that people automatically think besides flying is they think of breathing fire.
Yeah.
Now, I understand that's not a thing, but we do have bombardier beetles. Okay?
What's that?
And that is,
I really don't know.
okay, a bombardier beetle is a beetle, but it's something in nature, okay? And its defense mechanism is it automatically spits out this liquid out of its mouth that is at boiling temperatures, and it automatically has this, like, it will burn you. I mean, it'll straight up burn you, and there's smoke and shit that comes out from it. And this is a beetle. So
That's crazy.
by no means am I saying that is what it is, but I'm saying there is at least some bit of proof in the natural world that something like that can exist.
Okay.
And if you think about, like, an account from back then, if they were trying to describe something like that, I imagine it would sound like somebody saying something like breathing fire.
Yeah.
If something is spewing out like these chemicals that automatically start burning and smoke is coming out,
Yeah, they would have had. Yeah.
that would be the description as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Now this is the last bit that I have, and I find this to be, in my opinion, the most interesting thing. When they talk about dinosaurs, they always say that birds, as it turns out, birds are actually classified as dinosaurs now.
Yeah, I did know that.
I mean, not just that they are descendants of, but technically classified as now.
Yeah, like they're officially dinosaurs.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Now, this is the interesting thing. When you look at birds, the one common thing between all avian birds,
Wings.
besides that,
Okay.
is that they have hollow bones.
True.
All of the ground-based birds, like penguins, emus, ostriches, stuff like that, they don't. They have solid bones.
Okay. So all the birds that can't fly have solid bones.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
And all the birds that do fly have hollow bones.
Okay. I'm with you.
Now, this is where it gets interesting. When you look at dinosaurs, there are two main types of dinosaurs. There are sauropods and there are theropods. Sauropods are the four-legged land dinosaurs. They would be like the, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, Brachiosaurus, stuff like that. Theropods, on the other hand, are all of the two-legged ones, the ones that walk upright. When you want to say like, a velociraptor or an actual Utah raptor, which are the ones, they're a whole lot more like the Jurassic Park type things.
Well, I have a question. So,
And Tyrannosaurus, stuff like that. Any of the two-legged dinosaurs are theropods.
What are pterodactyls classified as?
I'd have to look into that, but I don't believe that they were actually classified as dinosaurs now.
Really?
Yeah, I don't believe they are now.
That's interesting. Okay.
I don't believe they are now. I'd have to really look into that because I remember reading something that I was like, oh, that's weird. But anyway.
That's weird because they were around that time. But
But anyway, this is the thing. Theropods, the two-legged dinosaurs, have hollow bones.
That's interesting.
The only thing that have hollow bones are things that fly.
That's true.
Well, that's weird.
That's very weird. I didn't know that. So like, T-Rexes had hollow bones.
Yeah.
Raptors.
Theropods.
That's really weird. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But the only thing that seems to have hollow bones are things that fly.
Well, yeah. Nowadays, like that's
Yeah.
really interesting.
And they've already proven that when it comes to things that fly, like the actual like the membranes, all that type of stuff that would be in the wings, that stuff doesn't fossilize. It's just gone.
Which would explain why you don't find the wings
Yeah.
when you're digging them up.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I never thought about that.
That's about it. But I think with all those things together, that's enough for me to... Yeah, I think so.
I'm not going to say 100% that I'm on board, but I definitely see a huge possibility of that being a thing. Like, I didn't know about the hollow bones thing. Like, that's new information, so...
Yeah, you can look that up. That's really interesting.
It's really, really interesting. Huh. Well, I mean, aside from that, just to make you feel a little bit better, because I know you were worried about publicizing that.
A little bit.
But I mean, I've always believed in dragons. As far as like, I don't think they exist now. There's a handful of people that believe they still exist, which I think is, I don't want to say anything mean, but I think it's a little far-fetched to think
I agree.
something that big could still possibly exist without us knowing. But no, I mean, with as many different cultures around the world that, again, have depictions of dragons, I think that it's almost irresponsible to not believe that they existed on some level at some point.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, especially, like I said, with there being historical account from the Herodotus guy and stuff like that, that means a lot to me.
Yeah.
The more I learned about him, and again, the father of history, and he's talking about that.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, again, not huge. We're talking like 3 foot or so, but that's not the point.
No.
The point is, we're talking about actual like flying lizards and stuff like that. So that's a historical account from the guy that's considered the father of history. So
I mean, it's definitely interesting, and like I said, I mean, it's a lot of information that I'm gonna have to do a lot of research about, which I definitely am going to. But yeah, like I think
It's enough
a strong
to make
case.
It's enough to make you think.
It's a whole lot, yeah, definitely enough to make you think.
Took my clicker.
Our guest is back.
Took my clicker.
Well, no, I was using this.
Took my clicker.
It'll still work with that.
Has it back? Doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
It's dual clickage.
Well, I ain't saying it all again.
No.
But
no.
but he thought it was interesting.
It's very interesting.
Damn. Well, all right then. So boil it down.
Birds.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
birds,
done.
Birds are classified as dinosaurs,
Yeah.
which you know. And
Velociraptors.
all birds that fly,
No, we're just dinosaurs in general.
flighted birds, have hollow bones.
Okay. Right.
Land-based birds have solid bones. Penguins, ostriches, things like that. They can't fly. The two types of dinosaurs.
Sauropods and theropods.
Yeah. So the ones that had 4 legs that walked around on 4 legs, the sauropods,
They had solid bones.
they have solid bones. But all theropods, the ones that walked upright, have hollow bones. And they have proven that wings do not fossilize.
The way the membranes and everything
Right,
go.
right. You just have
Yeah.
You
you just have arms.
You don't have nothing.
Yeah.
Or arms.
Which kind of makes you think like maybe there was something to those little bitty T-Rex arms. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And Herodotus, like when he had gone over to Egypt, one of the things that he documented that he saw were flying lizards.
Yeah, they would hang out in frankincense trees, and every time they would send like the slaves and stuff out to get that, they would have to bring out these like smoking lantern type things to get them to go away long enough for them to do that.
Yeah. So essentially, you know,
That's one historical account from
Yeah.
again the guy that was supposed to be the father of history that he has seen these back then in Egypt. These little like 3-foot long flying lizards.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was the thing is they were like 3-4 feet long, but they had wings and they were lizards and
They were dragons.
That's pretty much
They was definitely dragons.
yeah.
But I think that hollow bone thing that for me that is interesting. That is really interesting.
That is very interesting, considering that the only species that have hollow bones nowadays are flighted animals.
It's weird. It's like the sounds off.
No, the sounds work.
Which don't get me wrong. I mean, just the concept of seeing like a T-Rex with wings doesn't sound right. It doesn't.
Okay, but see, but I will defend this, and again, like I'm not even fully on board yet, but I will defend what you see a T-Rex that looks like in Jurassic Park is not necessarily what a T-Rex actually looked like.
No, I know.
So,
Could have been a smiley.
I'm just saying, like, you know, we weren't around back then. Like, we can try to reconstruct from the bones and everything the best we can, but the truth is we don't know what things actually look like.
And again, I know it's very, very circumstantial, and it doesn't really mean anything. But I think the bombardier beetle thing is interesting, like that too.
That
I
is
mean, it's a
kinda
little
cool.
thing.
What's the bombardier beetle?
Have you never seen a bombardier beetle?
I don't know.
It's a little beetle, but its defense mechanism, if you piss it off or it gets scared,
Is it the steam comes out of its ass?
Yeah, but it's
Or
not just
acid or
steam.
something?
It's this chemical mixture, and it automatically heats up to boiling, and there's
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
smoke that comes
Yeah.
out with it.
I've
What I was
seen
saying was that is in nature. You know, that's a natural occurring thing. But if you multiplied that on a big scale, if it was something that was big that could spew out stuff like that, and you'd see smoke, you would imagine that somebody from back then would interpret that as something breathing fire.
Yeah,
That's true. It's very interesting.
something to munch on.
Hmm.
Yeah. Huh.
I think it's interesting.
Yeah. No, it's good stuff.
They said the bones.
If you want to leave any comments for James
Just for James.
on his dragon theory, but no, I'm serious.
Was it? See, I told.
I liked it. It's interesting. I was looking forward to this all week. I do apologize about all of the outbursts and the laughter, but yeah, it's from the clicking, the switching.
I understand.
like I said, we have new toys. If you guys haven't noticed, like we've got headphones, we've got better microphones, we have more backdrop stuff, and we have a live camera switcher that our guest, my brother, is having a lot of fun with.
It's fantastic. I love it.
But now, this was a different kind of episode.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Call me fat.
You're fat.
I know it. That's fat.
It's fantastic.
New toys.
Again, new toys.
I switched.
What the hell?
I'm sorry.
Look.
It's good. It's fun.
It's fantastic.
Okay. Well, yeah. You wanna? Think it's a good stopping one?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. We spent so much time in the middle. I don't know how long this actually has been.
We'll find out.
Next time.
Next
No.
time
No.
on these nuts.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I do apologize for the way James treated these nuts earlier.
Well, if that's been broke out, you won't see that. If that's been clipped out and edited and whatnot.
Get on Patreon, you'll see the outburst. We are not sponsored by these nuts, but we want to be
Repeatedly.
So give us your money
And you're nuts.
And you're nuts.
and don't be a Nazi.
Yeah, that was gonna say. Yeah, this has been the Rig'em Podcast with Dolph and James.
I'm Dolph.
I'm James, and don't be a Nazi.
Don't be a Nazi.
Don't be a Nazi.